It's time to put some coilovers on the daily. No, not this one. Obviously I'm doing the Twingo build, that's a whole other thing. I'm not forgetting that, I'm not putting that to one side, but I have got my 4th Passat and I do intend to make this one somewhat cool. It's a saloon, so I'm really not the biggest fan of it, but I'm hoping putting some coilovers on it will help that. Now this is meant to come out tonight. I'm going to try and get it done as quickly as I can, but if I miss Sunday's upload, I apologise. I'll try to post it as soon as I can, but if you follow me, you know things never go to plan. So I'm not expecting this to go to plan. Everyone said the best coilovers were Raceland for height and everything. I've gone for a brand which I never even heard of. They were under 300 quid, brand new, which does not translate to quality at all. They're heavy, I haven't even taken them out of the box, but it's these Stanced UK. I'm sure some of you will have something to comment about them, and I'm not saying they're great. I don't know if they're great. They might be sick, who knows. I got them because they're cheap. It's my everyday car. I just wanted it to sit low, couldn't care less about how it handles. That's what the Twingo's about. So I think I'm probably going to do the rear ones first because it's quite easy. The spring, quite easy. The rear spring and the shock are 2 separate things, so you normally just drop the rear beam, drop the shock, drop the spring, put it all back together. The front, I think it slides into the hub. I mean, I'll show you as we go through it. If you do enjoy, leave a like and subscribe. This is going to be quite interesting because I've never really done mods to a Passat, and I'm hoping it looks cool. I'm not trying to have it as a show car. I'm not trying to have something silly like that. I'm just trying to make it look a bit more presentable. So let's open these up. I'll show you if they're any good, and I'll put them on the car. To be fair, I can't talk on quality. I can't talk on like all that kind of stuff. Comfort. Looks wise, they look cool. They're obviously in this really cool blue. I mean, not that you see it. I think what I'm going to do, put it in the comments if this is wrong. I'm going to run the rears with no adjusters, so it's actually just the spring, which in theory should be as low as possible. And then if it doesn't rub, I'll do the same on the front. Obviously, you need it's a whole coilover, so I'll wind them as low as they can go. Hopefully it doesn't rub. You let me know. I think the front I'm fine with. The rear, is that right? If I don't run the adjusters, it'll be as low as possible. Let me know in the comments. But yeah, they don't look too bad. Can't talk on quality or comfort, but looks wise, nothing seems wrong. So I'm going to jack the rear up, and I'll see you under the car. Car is up. I'm going to do one side at a time. The jack is there to help me in a second, but it's obviously sat on the axle stand because we need the suspension to freely move. I'm going to whiz the wheels off. The rear arms are quite big, which will be interesting because I've never worked on a car this big, so hopefully it's not impossible, but here goes nothing, I guess. Okay, so there's 1 or 2 bolts up there which seem quite easy to get to, then obviously the other one is here. The spring's just there, but I feel like you've got to undo the arm, so it's either from up here or from over there, so it shouldn't be impossible, but I just want to have a look online just to make sure I'm not doing the wrong thing, because I don't want to mess this car up. As much as it was a cheap fun car and like an easy get about, all that kind of stuff, I don't want to break it. So I'm going to find out what to do, then I'll update you once it's done. So far this was round about to pull it off, and we're really struggling to take off that bolt. So first hurdle, and it's already a challenge. These cars do suffer quite badly with rust, and I'm starting to see that side of it. Right, none of the bolts will move, both over there. I don't know if you can see, but over there's a hole in the other arm, so that side's going to be even more of a pain. This bolt won't move either. So we've come to the decision, the car's going to stay standard. It's a pain, but this car's been a pain from start to finish. It cost me 350 quid. Obviously there were co-part fees and all that kind of stuff on top of it, but it's just been an absolute pain. And yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to get it. I mean, I could pay someone with like heavy impact tools and like air guns and all that kind of stuff to get it done, but takes away the fun. So for now, well, forever, the car's going to stay standard. As I said, there is a hole on the other side. I did speak to my mate, and he said that would just be an advisory, because the actual arm itself, all the rubbers and the mounting points are fine. It's just in the center of the arm, so it's not a big problem. But it's upsetting. Well, it's not upsetting, it's not the end of the world. It's a Passat, and it means I can focus more of my time on the Twingo. But I wanted to see this car cool. It's not going to happen on this one, but let's be honest, was this car ever going to stay long anyway? So sorry if I've let everyone down. Hopefully I'll see you again. Yeah, there's probably enough content from the Passat. I mean, the V5 should be here any day now, so I can actually start to drive this car, I can put tax on it and all that kind of stuff. It's been sat on my driveway for a while, it's becoming a bit of a pain, but these things happen. That car's been a pain, this has been a pain. Maybe I'm just not supposed to have an everyday car. But yeah, stay tuned because we have a lot of stuff coming with the Twingo. But as for the Passat, the next time you'll see it, it might be going up for sale, it might not, I don't know, but no suspension this time.